have seated with us this morning the Vice Chancellor of the University of Lagos, Professor represented by the Deputy Vice Chancellor of Management Services, Professor Andos. Please stand those things together for our DC, represented by the BBC. Please, can you please watch and listen to the line to where are the ushers?
Yes, so we do. Which one are you asking?
We have with us this morning to chair this occasion for us is our own team, the Dean of Engineering, Professor Sahi. To join them on the high table is the immediate past head of department of the Department of Chemical and Petroleum Engineering, Professor Atoka. Please stand those hands together for Mama Engineering, the first professor of engineering, University of Lagos, female professors. Thank you. Thank the guest lecturer for the day, who was in earlier and will soon join us at once and help say the way you produce him and bring it to the high table. And of course, the Petroleum, the first professor of this department is with us to bring it in and bring it off stage when it comes to it. We have with us this morning the head of the department, Electrical and Electronics Engineering, Professor Toluwaki Poliri. Thank you, sir, for coming. We have in our midst Professor and head of the Department of Chemistry, our own Professor Poliri. Thank you for honoring us as being here. We have with us this morning the Director of Maritime Studies, our own Dr. Badejo. Thank you for coming, sir. We have with us this morning Dr. Henry Bedere, Associate Professor of Material Metallurgical Engineering. Thank you for coming. We have with us this morning immediate past head of department, Metallurgical Material Engineering, Professor Adeosu Samson. We have with us this morning immediate past head of department of Surveillance and Informatics, our own Thank you, my dear children. We have in our midst some very passionate alumni of this department. I can see how we have signature here. Engineering is members who just professional. After this great award of engineering, University of Lagos, the chief engineer director at Central Petroleum of Nigeria. You are welcome. Thank you very much. Who chairs this occasion? So please.
To organize this 50th anniversary of the establishment of Chemical Engineering Department. I also want to congratulate the organizing committee for this program for a well-planned and well-coordinated anniversary program. The Faculty of Engineering was one of the 4 new faculties that were established of the crucial role of mathematics and analytical techniques in the development and application of modern engineering systems. It was established in 1973 of Engineering Analysis Unit. The unit constituted a core group of hybrid mathematicians and professional engineers who provided academic leadership in various areas of engineering analysis and knowledge. The engineering analysis unit assists metamorphose into systems engineering department. Later in that 1973, 2 other departments were established. That is Chemical Engineering Department and Surveying Department. I congratulate again Chemical Engineering for this 50 years establishment. At its inception in 1964, the faculty had a 3-year course, A-level degree program. The curriculum underwent a major restructuring in 1976 when the 4-year program was introduced to replace the SY 3-year program, while incorporating a compulsory 9-month period of supervised industrial training, split into 2 separate periods of 3 months and 6 months into the program. Beginning from 1982-83 session, the faculty switched over to the present 5-year program, characterized by the new course system. The engineering program became more intensive. Courses are assessed continuously, and it is possible to closely monitor students' performance. Since subject materials are now being taught in smaller doses and they examined in greater depth. Today, 59 years after that initial takeoff, the Unilag Faculty of Engineering has grown through leaps and bounds to become a household name, not only nationally but also internationally. Presently, the faculty consists of 8 departments, which offer undergraduate and postgraduate programs, leading to the award of BSc, MSc, MPhil, and PhD degrees in 10 programs, which are chemical engineering, petroleum and gas engineering, civil and environmental engineering, electrical and electronics engineering, computer engineering, mechanical engineering, mathematical and materials engineering, systems engineering, surveying and geoinformatics, and biomedical engineering. Other programs that are in the pipeline in the Faculty of Engineering are polymer engineering, University of Lagos was one of those universities. So the program has been put together, we have sent it to our academic plan. Automotive engineering is also, we have also developed a program for automotive engineering. This was as a result of the non-locus that established the manufacturing of motor vehicles in our faculty university. Then agricultural engineering. The idea of establishing agricultural engineering in the faculty of engineering is to key into the vision of our vice chancellor to establish modern agricultural science program in the University of Lagos. And we feel that with engineering, with agricultural engineering, to complement that engineering agricultural science program. These aforementioned engineering programs have training and research laboratories and workshops attached with them with a crop of high-level technicians, technologists, and engineers managing them. Presently, the Faculty of Engineering has a combined student enrollment of about 4,000 and a combined academic staff enrollment of about 200. As a result of the nature of Nigeria being a developing country, our graduates are provided with a wide range of high-level general engineering education. At the end of their training, our graduates are to be well-versed in engineering theory and practice, and be capable of taking up full professional practice on graduation. With respect, particular reference to chemical engineering in the last 50 years, chemical engineering department, chemical and petroleum engineering department is a leading department in the faculty of engineering. The department has produced, yes, it's a very leading department in the faculty of engineering. The department has produced 2 former deans of the faculty, Professor Alfred Susu in 1991 to 1995, and Professor Luguda, who president in 1999 to 2003. And of course, a past president, a past vice chancellor of this university, also from that department, Professor Ramon Abisabi, 2012 to 2017. Also, the first female full professor of engineering in almost 60 years of its establishment is from chemical engineering and petroleum engineering department. University of Civil Services are Petroleum development. And of course, there are many giant grades from the department of chemical and petroleum engineering. In the last 50 years, also chemical engineering department has produced great giants in oil and gas industry by congratulating a great mentor of mentors, an accomplished administrator, and manager of managers. Someone you cannot just leave out when you talk about the history and development of chemical engineering. The founding HOD of chemical engineering, our main faculty of engineering, Professor I especially congratulate you, sir. I want to congratulate you, sir, and appreciate God for sparing your life to witness this great occasion. On behalf of all staff and students of the Faculty of Engineering, the Faculty of First Choice and Unilag, I welcome you all to this occasion. Thank you.
Like our twins who like to ask for more, it will be out of place if we give Professor Obadi Shalal Sadiq, the Dean Faculty of Engineering, another round of applause. In the same way, I want to thank the Sultan of the School of Postgraduate Studies, Dr. Adeyemi Dapolu Ego, and a round of applause for your fantastic work done so far. My name is Olu Ashimajida. I'm super excited to be here this wonderful morning on an auspicious day. competition where the best faculty in University of Lagos and the best department in the Faculty of Engineering is celebrating 50 amazing years of existence. You can't argue the fact. The fact before us is that at every point in time, the faculty that produces the highest number of first-class students is the Faculty of Engineering. A round of applause once again for the Faculty of Engineering for projecting us in a positive light. At this juncture, I respectfully want to invite the representative of the Vice Chancellor and the Vice Chancellor of the University of First Choice and the nation's pride. The 13th Vice Chancellor since this institution was established by Act of Parliament in 1962, and the first female Vice Chancellor, Professor Folashade Tolulope Ogushola ON, FAS, here represented by our Deputy Vice Chancellor, the only man who has an LOC for life. Every other LOC will be dissolved and reconstituted. But he is Professor Lucien Obina Chukwu, Deputy Vice Chancellor, Management Services, and the only LOC for life.
Thank you, Chief. Let me appreciate the MC for establishing the protocols earlier. For being as mayor, the chairman of today's occasion, who also doubles as the Dean, Faculty of Engineering, Professor Sadiq, the former Vice Chancellor of this great university, the 11th Vice Chancellor, I had his office on the 11th floor of the Senate building, and he assumed office on the 11th of November. After having acted as an acting Vice Chancellor for a period, Professor Raman Akisa Bello the doing of chemical engineering in Nigeria, the founding head of the department of this great department of chemical and petroleum engineering, and sometimes when we want to do money, we also ask the Jagaban, which he doesn't like us to say all the time. Sir, we recognize you, Professor Ayo Francis Omuri. Other deans here present, the head of department of petroleum, chemical and petroleum engineering, Dr. Philip Balola. Other heads of departments here present, electrical engineering, Akim Ogire, and biochemical engineering, Professor Fred. Other directors here present, the former head of department of this great department, and pioneer class of chemical engineering. Our great and distinguished alumni, our dear colleagues in the Department of Chemical and Petroleum Engineering, and other colleagues from other faculties, our dear students, gentlemen of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Great arrogance. Great arrogance. Great of the greatest of the great. Thank you. You can see that the event we are having today is already blessed by the God Almighty that has sent us showers of blessings all through this morning. On behalf of the Vice Chancellor of the University of Lagos, Professor Unilag, I welcome you all very warmly to this Golden Jubilee Anniversary celebration of the Department of Chemical and Petroleum Engineering. For somebody to attain the great age of 50 is very serious business. And therefore, when we have an institution and the department surviving all the challenges and is able to celebrate the golden jubilee anniversary, and they are blessed to have in their presence and in their midst the pioneer head of the department of that department. Are they not blessed? Please put our hands together for the department of chemical and petroleum. It is indeed a great feat. We must acknowledge it. Let me underscore the point that the Department of Chemical and Petroleum Engineering has a very rich history of academic excellence, a rich history of productivity and innovation, and has very serious commitment and dedication to research, teaching and learning, and community service. This department was established in October 1973 with about 15 students, has made very giant strides since the inception of this department. The Department of Chemical Engineering and Petroleum Engineering. Let me ask a rhetorical question. Are there very good reasons for the department to celebrate? Of course, your answer is as good as mine. The department has made very giant strides and quantum leap in all areas of teaching, learning, research, and community service. Permit me, Mr. Chairman, to start with academic in this department. They have a very rich history. We are here, blessed with the presence of Professor Unilag, a very distinguished researcher, teacher, administrator, that not only founded this department, but nurtured it to great heights, and then voluntarily retired at a very young age, and he has also made it into the field of business and consultancy. It is from this same department Professor A. I am sure that it's not most departments where you have very large lecture theaters such as this. These type of lecture theaters are associated with faculties. But I still recall that during the time of Professor Kennedy, as the head of the department of this department, we were able to attract a grant from the PTDF that led to what we can call the second phase of all the infrastructure you have in the Department of Chemical and Petroleum. I think it is our for a great department in the university such as ours, what you need to have appropriate recognition. It has to do with the quality of the research, the quality of the communications you have, your ability to have collaboration both within and outside Nigeria, your ability to bring in the industry, academia industry linkage. I can tell you what a people can do. And the Department of Chemical and Petroleum Engineering has done very well in Africa. And the experience we have with Vitafoam and the development of Vitafoam is a very good example of the other side. Anyway, encourage other departments to do this. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as we celebrate 50, we're looking forward to another centenary celebrations. And I'm sure we'll all be happy to be present at the centenary celebrations. So on behalf of the Vice Chancellor, I want to thank the alumni. And the role of the alumni in the university institution is very crazy. You have been doing very well under the umbrella body of the Faculty of Engineering alumni. We are looking forward to also having the alumni from this same department, giants of the industry here and there, distinguished men, academics, in government, that this is the time to come back and give back to your department. Professor William, our former chairman, distinguished members of the high court and distinguished guests. Let me, on behalf of our Vice Chancellor, welcome you all very warmly to this one-day event that highlights the Department of Chemical and Petroleum Engineering at 50, and we are looking forward to having the gas engineering unit of this same department to grow from about ships and lamps. Let me also publicly acknowledge the Dean Faculty of Engineering that in the assessment we have had so far as a university for preparedness for the resumption of students, the Faculty of Engineering came first in town. So on that note, I thank you all for your attention. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you, Professor DPCFS, representing Vice Chancellor. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor to invite the pioneer the founder of this department, to make his prep talk. But before he comes, if you're a chemical engineer here, can you please wave your hands? Please clap for chemical engineers. Clap for us. It is not easy to be a chemical engineer. There's something we do before we do any analysis, and it is called establishing the basis. And usually for some type of process, we use time. One day, we a minute, we an hour. But we are talking of 50 years today. So you know it's not a joke. Please clap for yourself in the chemical engineer. 50 solid years of analysis, 50 solid years of processes, 50 solid years of thermodynamics, 50 solid years of control and modeling. It's not a joke. They don't understand those jargons. They are not chemical engineers. Those who understand, they know. It's a transport phenomenon. The man who taught me transport phenomenon is here. He's wearing a very enviable cap this morning. It's not yellow and green and red, no. But as a representative of the pioneer class, please join me welcome Professor Stan Aribigbe as he joins the high table. So he's representing a basis. Please come. Join the high table, please. Yes. So he's a basis. The really first step. Yeah. Thank you. To invite Professor Francis Okuye, who's going to take us through how it all began. Please welcome with me Dr. F. Babalola. So please welcome and bring our own father of fathers and fathers of professors.
Thank you very much, Jason. Please let me just say one more time, and welcome our founding department. You will tell us how it began, but we have been hearing the clips over the time. You will hear how one person, one man's word. Let me not talk until we hear from him. Thank you so much.
Represented by one of my own mentees, I'm going to assume the protocol already established. First, I can't do that without recognizing my team. I can't do that without recognizing my head of department. Yes, we are my head of department today. I was the head of department when it was before. I'm just recovered from Tuesday. I spent 62 days in Houston. To not my eyes. You see, I walk the walking stick, and I take myself one by one now. During that just a few days, I was step by many people. The man on my right hand had Thomas went to remain there. I won't tell you who he is. And there's a gentleman sitting in front of me now who flew in from Houston yesterday. He was with me and other people when he came in. When he came in, I introduced him as my best student I ever taught. So that, and that, my best student is your former vice chancellor, Professor Raman Davis. Nobody has the history that the two of us have. And I've been part of him since 1974 when he graduated from Unilag. Mr. MC, you can't stop me when you give me 50 minutes to talk. Today, long day. I was doing the Department of Chemical Engineering for 2 months before the first set of 50 students were admitted to the University of Lagos. So you give me that privilege. You want to know how it all began? So let's start. Let me change Professor Steele decided to dictate his condition of service. After Dr. Mui, he appointed the acting chairman of the new department of chemical engineering. Since the British professor did not show up, Dr. Awodio was not yet a professor then the acting head of mechanical engineering suggested that the new department be the unit of the department of mechanical engineering. The vice chancellor, Professor Henry, called up Mr. Children Block, and Dr. Awodio suggestion and appointed the young student lecturer, Dr. Yokui, as the acting head of the department. To make things worse, the other two Nigerian lecturers never showed up, and the responsibility of starting the new department fell squarely on young Yokui. Yet that singular decision, which I honor, I made it for that exposed me to the world. This was a daunting challenge that I rose up to. My secretary, Mr. Arigawa, would work on the 10 p.m. every day before the meeting of school. The vice chancellor was a year by that day, and the dean of the faculty of engineering, Mr. Arigawa, gave Ayokuni all advice support to set up the new department. I proved university procedures for instance because they wanted the new department to get engineering to be the best in the country. I traveled all over with good staff with first-class grades comparing to any first-class institution in any part of the world and the Bible. The staff development program of the chemical engineering was superb. Any first-class graduate in chemical engineering could be appointed an assistant lecturer outside the department at different quota and would be sent abroad for a period while earning a salary at home and fully supported by the university abroad. This is the secret behind it. Stability. The stability of the chemical engineering staff 3 years ago. Many staff members benefited under this scheme. Some of them are Abiola Kennedy, John Edewo, Harry Abokali, Amon Daly, and Bukadini. Thanks to Dr. E.O. Akini, the director of Bank University, who made this scheme to work. I attended with him very brilliantly in September 1973 to study chemical engineering in University. These people are now the first standard in the camp. Eminent individual and one Dr. Chris Ubolaya Ono, Mr. Ola Shimugun, Mr. Austin Hero, Mr. Luso Uzolu, Engineer Bukamu, Engineer Tony Goodway, Mr. Daniel Nicola, Mr. Baba Tunde Unai, Mr. Nancy Digo, Engineer Ojogu, moved by two. Therefore, the official that all the engineering of all the federal engineering staff members, sometimes they will be as many as 6 people showed up to this one office at the same time. Why can't you carry out your activities? The next step was to remove in-staff members, Dr. State and this is everything. Dr. Professor Matthew, what is today? Matthew is 64 years old today. And we will be happy birthday. And though Matthew have been appointed as the University of People, this is the appointed deputy of the Infant Development Department, targeted them for improvement to the University of People. Mr. Kapsalavi was also a president of the Industrial Research, which was in Peru at that time. I wanted him to come after the biographical engineering course. I went to Peru and convinced the director of the academy that he should be Francis to me. The idea he could get. That was how my efforts to welcome him. Francis did that in London, University College London, to do his PhD under the University of Staff Development Program and became professor, head of the department, and the dean of the graduate school. Francis is made now, may his soul rest in perfect peace. The next target was one Dr. Thomas John. Dr. Obuni started contact with Dr. Thomas John was still communicating with the PW and in analysis review volume 9, 1964 on the genetic foundation and practical application of the term all-speed theory of catalytic thinking. Professor Obuni was Dr. John's PhD supervisor with the class of and he also worked on the paper with Dr. John. Dr. Edis Alphonse, whose research interests in catalysis, was also appointed to the Committee of Making Investment America, where he granted the department from philosophy, was also worked on the private monarchy, where I wanted to be going. Dr. John's research interest was in the area and groundbreaking work on genetics of catalytic decay, an area of research was in the area of modern control of optimization of reactors and catalytic decay. Thought that the three of us, Dr. Lewis, Dr. John, and myself, constituted the formidable research team in the area of catalytic decay. Hence, I went all out for Dr. John and John at the University. We agreed and was appointed the February 21, sometime in 1977 for summer at the second of the University of the Lord brought him and his family down to Nigeria from Canada, and they were appointed there mainland. He was appointed at the mainland hotel in the not more than 3 months during the summer after his appointment with the University of Lagos. He resigned to make up an independent PhD. The university administration was right to be annoying and insisted that he must pay back all the expenses secured on him was about to join the PhD without being practical. The university declared this magnanimity when Dr. John became the new managing director of the MPs and gave 5 million naira and 2.5 million naira as NFP contribution to the University of Education German Fund, respectively in 1992. The chemical engineering building construction was underway with the hotel being gross. A grant of 20,000 pounds previously funded for women by moving to produce Nigeria and was it. They started receiving money for the start of the construction. this really not. But without some flag on my pastor, especially that Dr. Arthur, people wonder, and we said, well, promising this colleague is not a good decision. While I was still on that very great mindset. In fact, I was being naive, and on Saturday setting up myself up, I tried to make it war that I had a solid ground on which I helped people coming to the rest of them, and prayer will not be here to me. For the University of Lagos, to appoint a senior lecturer in this regulation stated that the Cabinet of Government accept in December 1974, I took the paper to me to England and the University of London who passed the paper to the Senate professor who usually will be accepted for undergraduate examination as an internal exam. Their gentlemen accept the paper and pray as a father senior lecturer of that. Notwithstanding, it don't immediate and not to start putting together in water the water of everybody and just stand toe to toe with the standard part around the world. We need a short time as they put it and exercise the next start. Comprising of including and scholars that did it, it was classic and kept back in other parts of the world. Dr. Harry Deloni, it was that the family was appointed for me. So also the and goes to the accompanying committee was a private coordinator in the beginning of the teaching of Petroleum. Young architect now the Petroleum was also appointed as an assistant lecturer to complement the teaching of Petroleum. Today, Chemical Engineering, the Department of Lagos, the main leader in Chemical Engineering. All thanks to the work and his team who he in December 1974, in Britain, the senior lecturer at Southbound Polytechnic, London, was appointed professor component in the name of B.J. Evans at the head of the department. The university was just a professor, because I remember he was doing most of the administrative work in the department. At the end of the second semester, we are recruited enough staff and resumed process of the full conference of academic and technical staff. The department was born regular activities. The students were in high grades. Notably, among the students was Mr. Christopher Christopher was able to bring the student college. Student is not college, but I discouraged him because I thought he might give a break to the students of the people once was involved in college. Discover he gets that right and God is ambition. Not only that, we will just help her. Chemical Engineering was a 3-year course after a year. At that time, I lectured the final year students in chemical engineering and physics, chemical reaction engineering, process optimization, and process design. At the end of the year, the class will do the past we the other member of us see that I shall who read their say of their profession are professors and again the professor of everybody and members of the engineer who retired and these are the director and engineer who was to become the group executive director of the finance. That's why the digital became Professor Wayne and his mentor Petroleum now. Later, continued to give him assistant to a strategic personnel department of chemical engineering in Nigeria. The international institution started to recognize the fact in the institution of chemical engineering of the UK and the American Institute of Chemical Engineering. The Nigerian Institute also took notice and accepted the students of the department for jobs and training and running for employment. Top foreign universities in Petroleum, Cambridge, Wisconsin, California, Boston, MIT, and Stanford also accepted the program required for campus. As a team of volunteers in the undergraduate program, we decided to start research activity. We applied for a second grant and we won the couple, but in particular, in petroleum technology management. This is the name of the program. The Petroleum Technology Development Fund, September 76 and 78, totally $436,509, equivalent to nearly $500,000 at the very exchange weekend. And these funds were used to provide high-class research equipment for the department, have been used to sort out many PhD students long by their state. The PDF grant of 1970 was special grant and made further position as our subject today. I met the mentor in the name of Professor Owesanin, who told me that he had just been granted $57,000 grant at PhD on task and study, and encouraged me to apply to you. I told him I've not made such an application before, and therefore I did not know how to go about it. He decided to send me his application to follow the form. I also called Professor Managing, which was USA. He sent me a copy of one of the research proposals to the National Science Foundation in USA. We followed him from after the application and submitted our application to the Ministry of Petroleum Resources managing the fund. On the day the proposal was to be submitted, Fred, the President and I, were glad in our shirts and trousers and went to meet the company secretary of the Ministry of Science, of the Ministry of Petroleum Resources, Chief Henry Awuni, a complete gentleman. He was surprised to see us in shirt and trousers before him, as opposed to suits, and which were usually the entire discount. I think our mission. He was very interested in young men like us, wanting to do research relevant to the nation. He told us he was a station government partner. Before we left, he asked me if there was any vacancy for a regulation position in the department. I said yes. He had his first son just completed his PhD in chemical engineering at the University of Birmingham, England, and said we like him to take up the position instead of working in the ministry. The name of the first son is Ayokule Adejon. If I only his friend, was also a retired super farm secretary from Paris and was managing the business. When we got back to the university, I immediately went to report my commitment to the dean, Professor Olada. Professor Olada has assured request to come out from the official to the fire station was one which died among bail. Now, the former Vice Chancellor of the University of Lagos, he was followed by one Mr. Grady Akiri, the current chairman of Kafu School. When I saw the delegates, and after the introduction had been made, I thought to myself that we are going in psychiatry. How could Mr. Bello, my failed application was the question that came to my mind. Mr. Akiri was also impressed with the facility in place and the return of the ministry. After his visit, the PDF approved 158,000 naira out of the 165,000 application we made 3 years later. We applied for 478,000 naira. On June 16, 1976, Dr. Ayode was appointed as Professor of Chemical Engineering. At the time, our Saudi chef laid the record of freedom performance at the University of Lagos. On March 1979, Dr. Ayode was after some delay by the Vice Chancellor, was appointed the first Professor of Chemical Engineering at the University of Lagos. In an email shared with me yesterday, the day before yesterday, by former Director of Planning of the University, I copy as well. In my 20 years, 1969 to 1989, as head of the academic planning, I did not report any professor's assessment score as high as Ogunye's 87 upon 93. That was my assessment. That was scored 7 out of 93 as well as 4. So was this incomparable academy that the then Vice Chancellor then, although my enemy, invited the congregation to applaud me, adding that this is the kind of professor and high academic achievement the university will always strive to have. Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Lady Vice Chancellor, the Central, that is how it all began.
I am an universalist, and what does an universalist do? They just like to ask for more. It will be out of place if we give the first professor of chemical engineering of the University of First Choice and the Nation's Pride, and we found the head department of this great department, Professor Ayode Francis Oguye, a resounding. We celebrate you, sir. That was excellent, brilliant. Another round of applause for him once again. Sir.
Don't be surprised to see an overlap on what I've just read and the lecture to follow. The lecturer is the editor to my biography, and some of these things appear there, and I'm sure the editor, I borrow what he has written in the biography.
Thank you very much, sir. Before we get into the lecture, just very quickly, you have to be careful when people are talking to you. I remember when this small boy was at the University of First Choice and the Nation's Pride. Precisely in the first semester, I lost my dad. Then came somebody who kept praying for me that this journey in the University of Lagos will complete. So after completion, I bought him 2 lovely shirts, and he said, "Shehu, to what do I owe this shirt?" I said, "Sir, your But prayer finally came true. I have graduated. Just told me session to go far. I just said amen. Lo and behold, when my NYSC letter came, they posted me to Sokoto, I truly went far. Since then, if you are telling me show you go far, say go far in where? You know, when I see people like the Jagaban himself, Professor, I really fascinating, and of course, our greatest lecturer was me. I always say these people, every scholars. One of the worst things to help to an individual is when you do follow. The prerequisite for going to science class is your mastery of introductory technology and integrated science. Because intro tech is like physics, integrated science is like chemistry. I did follow in junior class. My late dad asked me after junior YF, Shehu, how was the exam? I said that you pray for joy. Shehu, how was your exam? I said that you pray for joy. He said, by the time I give you a factory research lab, you tell me how your exam was. I said, you reason I said you pray for joy is because I copy John. If John pass, I will pass. Instead of me to limit it at that level, I followed them to science class. Brilliant students will always sit in front, always eager and enthusiastic to answer the question of the teacher or the lecturer. So I followed the class track of always sitting in front, even when I knew I was not intelligent. Then came this day in chemistry class, we were teaching types of gas. I know people will always raise their hand, so I always join in raising my hand. But I will be praying that the teacher never asked me any question. So then came this day, tell us, over time, I will look to her and
you know, they measure nitrogen, helium, oxygen. Have you seen the flag of Nigeria when they are dropping it? You know, it drops little by little. That was how my hand was dropping little by. And the teacher said, Shehu, what I said, they said everything. He said, there are still more. I said, today I will embarrass myself, my generation, and of course my family. I look up, I look down. He said, Shehu, tell us more. I said, tear gas. He said, never in your life don't come to this class. Finally, before I invite Dr. Imo to bring on the lecturer, I had an issue with one of my teachers. He asked me, he said, Shehu, I said, sir. Shehu, I said, sir. Shehu, I said, sir. Pick between money and brain. And I just told her, money. I said, pick between money and brain. I said, money. He said, Shehu, I am disappointed in you. I will pick brain over money. And I responded by saying, people usually go for what they don't have. Did I say my teacher did not have brain? Imo, come and introduce someone I revere so much, who was appointed on the 11th month of the 11th day, sat on the 11th floor, left on the 11th day of the 11th month. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Professor Rahman Adisa Adebelu, Fellow of the Academy of Engineering and the 11th Vice Chancellor of the University of First Choice and the nation's pride, Dr. Eimo, please come and do us the honors to tell us who this great administrator, astute administrator, and a great leader was.
Thank you very much, Shehu. By the way, I didn't introduce you before now, but for those who don't know, Shehu is the adopted son of the governor of Lagos State. Shehu thank you very much for that wonderful session we had together. Yes. Now, this is a rare privilege that I have. You know, this is one of the, you know, an opportunity you don't want to miss. When you have the power to ask big men to stand up and remain standing. And to exercise that power today. It's a real one, I'm going to use it. All right, it's my honor and great privilege to invite our own professor, Rahman Adisa Bello, to please stand up for his citation. Thank you, sir. And of course, it's a difficult assignment, 3-minute citation for this enigma. So you know it's a difficult assignment I have, but I will try. Professor Rahman Bello, FNSHE, FNSC, FANG, is an indigene of Iboro in Yewanot local government area of Ogun State. He attended Egbado College, Ilaro, Ogun State for his secondary school education and the Technical College, Ibadan, now the Polytechnic, Ibadan, before proceeding to the University of Ife, now Obafemi Awolowo University, where he graduated with first-class honors degree in chemical engineering in 1974. Professor Bello later, where he earned MAS in 1977 and PhD in 1981, both in chemical engineering. He worked briefly as a mechanical engineering technician with the Nigerian Tobacco Company in 1969, and after graduation at Ilefe in 1974. He served his NYSC year with the then Northeastern State Ministry of Commerce and Industry in Maiduguri. He later worked briefly at the Federal Ministry of Petroleum Resources as a petroleum engineer before proceeding for his postgraduate education. He joined the services of the University of Lagos as assistant lecturer in 1977 and rose steadily to the post of lecturer 2, lecturer 1, and senior lecturer in 1981, 82, and 1985 respectively. He was appointed associate professor in 1991 and professor of chemical engineering in 1998. He was the head of the Department of Chemical Engineering at the University of Lagos between 1999 and 2002. He became a member of management team at the university when he was appointed the Deputy Vice Chancellor of Management Services in April 2010. And in May 2012, he was made the acting Vice Chancellor, and later in the same year, on the 11th day of the 11th month, he was appointed the 11th Vice Chancellor of the University of Lagos. During his tenure, the university experienced unprecedented development in infrastructure and academic stride. Of worthy mention is the donation of project by Care Sintina Debutu Foundation, Chivatom Banevo, Troca Nigeria Limited, and a host of others. Professor Bello is a community man. He was the chairman of this community association in Lagos, Yowa Union Lagos, and is a fellow of the Nigerian Society of Chemical Engineers, fellow Nigerian Society of Engineers, and fellow Nigerian Academy of Engineering. It is worthy of note that he is the current Vice President of Nigeria Academy of Engineering. Professor Bello has been married to Alaja Adedojan Momunda for over 40 years and blessed with 4 children and several grandchildren. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me as we welcome our own 11th Vice Chancellor to please deliver his lecture. Thank you, sir.
Nowhere to be found. This has been more compounded in the last 5 years by the embargo placed on staff recruitment. On ground today, in the department, we have only 12 members of staff in chemical engineering. The program now relies on adjunct staff to complement them. The academic staff level for petroleum and gas engineering stream is even more pathetic. The program has suffered the fate of non-return of sponsored staff on training, as well as the death of truthfully trained PhD graduates in petroleum engineering and or gas engineering. The few available have more plum jobs in the oil and gas industry, and so they will not even consider coming to the university at all. The program relies on adjunct staff to complement and this has led to its loss of accreditation currently. I think this is a serious point where we are in now. Because of loss of staff and non-availability of enough staff, we have lost accreditation of the Petroleum and Gas Engineering program, and something has to be done to ensure that that is redeemed. We now go to achievements. The department has come of age at 50 and has contributed immensely to the economy of Nigeria. It has graduated 2,435 students with BSc Chemical Engineering and 544 with BSc Petroleum and Gas Engineering up to date. Most of these have found themselves in various areas of endeavor globally, but have largely contributed to development and growth of the oil and gas industry in Nigeria. The department has similarly produced 233 MSc graduates as well as 38 PhD holders who are making waves both in the industry and academia all over the country. The department has produced a governor, we have had that before, of a state in Nigeria who had also been a Minister of Science and Tech and Innovation for the nation, Dr. Ogunoya Onu, from the fourth set. Many professors, including Professors Babatunde Ogunaike, Stan Aribike, Adesoji Adeshina, etc. Captains of industry, we have Tony Obugwe, Voda Mukoro, Azukuke, and Yoku, who are all former GEDs of NNPC. Engineer Jide Ayobon and Mrs. Oluseyi Afolabi were former executive directors of Mobile Producing Nigeria Limited. They are all alumni of this department. Engineer Larry Kaijaye is executive director at Chevron Nigeria Limited. Dr. John Erine seated here, the chairman CEO of Matrix Petroleum Limited. Let's give him a round of applause. There are thousands that we cannot mention here, but just a few. And then we have someone who has gone into administrative, the managing director, Proforce Limited, Engineer Ade Ogudeyi, who you know makes these armored vehicles and all these unmanned area vehicles for Nigeria and for all over the world, because they are used even in the war in Ukraine. They supplied up to as far as Ukraine. So there are a lot of people that are produced by the department that are doing fantastically well all over the world. Two people from the department have received the greatest academic award in Nigeria, the NNOM. I think this was mentioned earlier on by the dean. The first was Professor Alfred Susu, who also won the LNG Science Prize along with Dr. K. Ablime. And second was Professor Adesoji Adeshina, who is an alumnus of the department. The department produced two deans of the Faculty of Engineering, Professor Alfred Susu, 1991 to 1995, and Professor Oluoboja, 1999 to 2003. I also produced, that's missing here, a dean of postgraduate studies in the person of Professor Efo Olatunji, and also a vice chancellor for the university, that's my humble self, between 2012 and 2017. We also produced the first female professor of engineering in the University of Lagos, Professor Atoke Ogunbayo. That's missing there as well. The founding staff of the department, Professor Adele Ogunye, was awarded a DSc Engineering Honoris Causa by the university, and Professor Alfred Susu is an emeritus professor of this university. The department has a trust fund dedicated to its well-being by the father of the department, Professor Adele Ogunye. This is meant to fund a professorial chair for chemical engineering. It has to date funded two short-term occupants of the chair, late Professor Babatunde Ogunaike and Professor Adesoji Adeshina. So let's look forward and see what we need to do. I said the last 50 years, the department has grown and been developed to a very great extent. and had accomplished virtually all its objectives as specified at its founding. At this point in its history, despite its accomplishments, it is struggling to carry out its mandate due to some of the issues mentioned earlier. I will attempt to further elucidate on this to enable the department to be able to get lifelines as necessary from its stakeholders. And by stakeholders, I mean the university authorities, the staff in the department, the alumni, and the students. Each of the stakeholders will have to play the necessary role to assist the department to be able to get back on its trajectory. Let's look at infrastructure. The space availability in the department is still adequate for the chemical engineering program, but becoming inadequate for both chemical and petroleum and gas engineering programs. Efforts should be geared to sourcing for additional building facilities to house the petroleum and gas engineering program. Equipment and other facilities for laboratory and research are grossly inadequate, particularly for the petroleum and gas engineering, and this has caused is the accreditation. There's a very urgent need to source some key laboratory equipment minimally required for the accreditation. These are quite expensive and becoming problematic to obtain from the university for lack of enough funds. I know this and I'm defending the university here, but university has to go some way. Madam VC, through the DVC, to please note, we need your help to help us get the key facilities that will allow for the accreditation of that petroleum and gas engineering program. It's urgent, very, very urgent indeed. And we call on the alumni, those that are well gifted and blessed, to also assist to see if we can facilitate some of the equipment so that at least the program can get re-accredited. Stakeholders will need to also come to the aid of the department to save it from completely losing this program. And second issue is staffing. As mentioned earlier, there are only 12 full-time staff on ground in chemical engineering and only 5 petroleum for petroleum and gas engineering. The workload on the staff will be heavy and may be demotivating. Just 12 when at a point in time we had up to 30 on ground shows that something is not right. And as I showed, not that we didn't make efforts, we did make efforts, but all those that we trusted and spent money on to go and train and come back never returned to take their place. Unfortunately, the department also had its own blame. It never also brought them out for disciplinary actions. I must say that, because some of them are still on your roll, has been on your staff without being on ground for years, when they should have been, in fact, should have been told that they are no longer there. If before the embargo on recruitment, if that had been done, you would have recruited new people to replace them. But this was not done, and these are the things that, these are learning curves that we must know and be able to show that we take advantage when we can. The university and the federal government, the owners of the university, must be made aware of the issues with staff shortages and recruitment. Else, it will not be able to sustain these programs. If we go on and the rate of people jackpotting from the country continues, and we lose more from the department, I'm sure it will buckle. And that's the reality. So we need to find a way to ensure that we can sustain the minimum level that we have now and be able to really have a way to recruit more staff to complement those that are on ground. Special attention has to be given to the department for these staffing and recruitment challenges. Other stakeholders of the department, the alumni, the staff, will also have to come to the aid of the department in sourcing for appropriate staff to employ when this opens. As I mentioned, it's not easy to be able to get a gas engineer with a PhD to be recruited to come to this kind of situation at this point in time. So it has to be through dedication or through some other means. So we need to really find a way to fit appropriately. The curriculum and pedagogy. As we know, the curriculum for all courses in Nigerian universities have been just been reviewed, reprovision to have 30% content localized to the institution in the new NUCCC mass. In effecting this for the department, we want to urge the department and also the faculty also, because to use a result-based approach, which we adopt a result-based approach, as Korean is going to be able to come back onto you very soon, where assessment of core courses will be project-based, attempting to solve local problems. This is what Korean will be bringing into you. If you don't know that, one line that the dean is aware of it. And because they just signed a part to make your products international. That's what Korean has just done. There's a part already signed nationally with international world so that students gathering from here could be acceptable anywhere in the world. But that is based on the fact that your curriculum has to be adapted to do that, so that enough training and enough project-oriented situations that are brought into the curriculum to ensure that the students are well equipped for problem solving after they leave the university. Parliament will need to be helped to train and retrain members of staff to be able to implement this. This is a part of the major official demands of the department. Industrial, academia, cooperation, and strong relationship will be essential for this to be effective. And I'm calling on all that can assist the department to please come to their aid so that they can assure this. My next comment will be on entrepreneurship and skill acquisition. A proper entrepreneurship education beyond the university general courses will be needed. Parliament can be correctly referred to as the home of entrepreneurship in the university, and as such, help should be sought from practitioners, particularly the alumni, to have routine contact with the students, to motivate and inspire them to be entrepreneurial. This is the way we must go in Nigeria today. The future of the department will be in the hands of the alumni, and conscious efforts should be made to call the students as students and keep them to the founders of the department in the future. I think that is the drive that I want to leave with you in the department. The relationship with the students when they are students will matter. I recall in earlier years here, it was almost one-on-one relationship with the students, but the population increased, it was more difficult to do so, and also we had some registration between some students and staff. The relationship that the students have while they are here with their lecturers is what they will carry away, and that's what will make them come back to be able to give back to the department. If you have been so difficult to them or you are not accommodating to them while they're here, they will not want to return to give back to the department. So the lecturers should understand that and treat students with all kinds of accommodate them as much as possible to ensure that they live with very good mindset to be able to come back to the department when they really get back into the future. So, and the alumni should also be able to create that platform to ensure that they come back to give back to the department as much as possible. Also, I say special skills acquisition will be essential to make the students future ready, work ready, and to be employable. Alumni that are so placed to be able to give some skills training should be able to offer this to the department and to the current students, which will make them readily employable. This, along with career advice, is essential to cultivate students, current students, to the alumni who will readily give back when they leave the department. So my take on this is that already we have an e-seminar room facility, which was donated by an alumnus, which can be deployed for these purposes, so that interested alumni don't have to come to Akoka or to Nigeria from where they are to offer these helps. You can do them online. So this could be arranged a way between the department and the alumni that have anything to offer, so that special times will be dedicated to have these sessions coming from anywhere in the world. I think that would be the best you can get from the crop of people that you have over the years. The last issue here is appropriate alumni relations. The department has got to be to the point where its alumni relations should be taken up more seriously. It should have its organ to interface with its alumni directly and in liaison with the alumni office in the university. Those of the old order, the founder, and those that can assist you to reach people are on their way out. And you'll be left alone to be able to relate culture and develop your own relationship with your alumni. So this is a opportunity of 50th anniversary of the department to do that properly and establish that alumni relationship with all your alumni and have a pool of them so that you can always reach them for support as necessary. As I said here, preparation for this event will be an eye-opener and what should happen henceforth. You must be able to reach your alumni wherever they are, have their contact details, be able to really reach them, tell them what's going on here, let them be aware of what's going on, and challenges alone. Let them the good news that are going on, and let them be aware, so that when you call upon them, they're able to get back and be able to support you. So in conclusion, the next 50 years of the department will be tied to the fortunes of Nigeria and its policy on tertiary education, as well as the fortunes of the departmental alumni. So if tertiary education goes the right way, you will benefit from it. But what should be able to sustain you more will be your alumni. We should rejig our base relationship with both our current students and the alumni. If it is properly done, the glorious years of the department will surely return. So on that note, I want to wish the Department of Chemical and Petroleum Engineering, University of Lagos, a happy 50th anniversary. Thank you very much.
Another round of applause for Professor Rahman Adisa, fellow of the Academy of Engineering and the former Vice Chancellor of the University of Lagos. Yours truly. They know me that I'm not a proponent of mathematics, but sometimes I like to take notes of people when they are delivering their lecture. Professor Bello started delivering his lecture at 12:32 and ended at 1:30. That's 48 minutes and some 26 seconds. A round of applause for him once again. Brilliant from Professor Rahman Bello. We celebrate you and we appreciate you for that excellent delivery of yours, which was centered on something very germane: chemical and petroleum engineering department, the post 50 years and looking forward. Before we go ahead, I just want to bring to your attention that this is a 3-day event, but as you are stepping out after the completion of today's program, there is an anniversary t-shirt that goes for a legal amount of just 5,000 naira. So as a way of supporting the department who is celebrating 50, when you are stepping out, you can just get that t-shirt. And when you talk about mathematics and further mathematics, I know that is one important thing in engineering. My late dad wanted to try himself. He came to my secondary school and asked me, "Sheil, have you registered for WAEC?" And I said yes. "Can I see the subject you registered for?" And I showed him. And he said, well, I'm just thinking aloud, maybe you could substitute economics for further maths. I said, Daddy, behave yourself. Say, I said, Daddy, behave yourself. I don't know maths. You say I should further. What do I want to further? Is it not why you have understood mathematics that you take further mathematics? But all in all, I celebrate Faculty of Engineering. Please, all Faculty of Engineering people, please give yourself a round of applause. But the bigger applause go to the Department of Chemical and Petroleum Engineering who are celebrating 50 amazing years. Hip, hip, hip! Hip, hip, hip! Hip, hip, hip! At this juncture, I would like to invite something of the faculty, the School of Postgraduate Studies, who is also a member of this great department, Dr. Adegboyega Eimo, as we draw this event to a close.
Thank you, Shehu Ajidagba, my boss on this side of this job. Well, my assignment is simple. Shortly, I will invite the chairman of the planning committee to come give the vote of thanks. But before then, I think something jumped at me while Prof was making his presentation. And that is exactly what we are driving at the School of Postgraduate Studies, which is central to our team on student experience. And Prof did say that if we are going to survive in the next 50 years as a department, even as a university, we are sitting on a gold mine, and that is the riches inherent in our alumni. So there is that need to treat them very well and make them have some great student experience while they are here. Permit me to acknowledge the presence of Dr. John Erine. Dr. John Erine is an alumnus of this department, and he is the chairman of our Industrial Advisory Board, the Faculty of Engineering Industrial Advisory Board. And that is a board that the university is copying. Please jam those together for him. Dr. John Erine is the past president of the Nigerian Society of Chemical Engineers. Yeah, past president, I said, yeah. And he's the serving chairman of Faculty of Engineering Industrial Advisory Board. There's going to be a photograph session. But before that, if you didn't follow us to Japan in Japan last year for Bababuye's 80th anniversary, and you couldn't attend the presentation at Ajayi, that means you probably don't have the biography. I'm happy to announce that in his characteristic manner, Baba came with a load of this book, and he has asked that I inform you to pick a copy free of charge at the registration stand while after this meeting. I thought somebody would be excited. I know for sure that anything that has to do with this department runs first in Bababuye's heart. So I'm not surprised that he came with a load of that book to give free of charge again today. Please, I think we should take the vote of thanks before we take the photograph. Please join me as we clap our hands for Dr. Olufemi Babatope. So please thank us for honoring his invitation to be here today.
Thank you very much. Standing on the existing protocol, I want to appreciate all of us present today on behalf of the staff and students of this department, which form the organizing committee for which I'm able to serve here. I want to appreciate all of us for coming. And I don't know what are not enough to express our gratitude for coming with us to celebrate on this 10th anniversary occasion. And my prayer is that as the program continues, you will be able to join us in good health, because tomorrow we will continue the program, and on Thursday we have our dinner and award night. And I pray that you will be able to join us in good health. So on behalf of the staff and secretary department today, I want to appreciate every one of us here despite the heavy rain this morning. It's a shower of blessing. And as we live here, the blessing goes with us. Thank you very much. I want every one of us to dance together. And appreciate our Father. Despite the heavy rain, was able to come here even on time. The final of this department. You will live for us by the grace of God. Thank you very much for coming. You are welcome.
Thank you, Dr. Olufemi Babatope Abimbola, the chairman of the local organizing committee, and is in the prerogative of Dr. Mrs. Babalola Fetchena to maintain this committee or dissolve the committee. But the only committee that cannot be dissolved is our LOC for life. One of my big mentors is here, the managing director of Unilag Consults, Professor Muhammad Usman. A round of applause for him. You are celebrated, sir. Thank you very much, sir. As we bring this event to a close for the group photograph, I would like to make a quick correction so that it doesn't get cross with me. The sub-dean of the School of Postgraduate Studies, I've just been corrected that his name is Dr. Adeboyega Bolu Eyimowo Koseitomowo. So now I know that this one, thank you for a fantastic job. In the words of my late dad, you take a chance or else your life will never change. To all our online guests, we'd like to say thank you very much. We convene again tomorrow, but more importantly, our first professor of chemical engineering and the founding HOD, Professor Ayodele Francis Ogunye, we leave you with so much longevity and good health, and we say thank you very much for all you do. Online participants, we say thank you also. Professor Bello, thank you very much. Professor Lucien Obinachukwu, my Deputy Vice Chancellor, Management Services, the one they call Okonlawon in management. Don't ask me why they call him so. Professor Sadiq, thank you very much, sir. The Dean Faculty of Engineering, and of course, the celebrant herself. Thank you, Dr. Babalola. Thank you very much. To all of you who have come from far and near, the group photograph will be up next, and by the special grace of God, we shall reconvene in good health tomorrow. Adios, amigos. Gracias. Obrigado. Siabonga. Thank you. Merci. God bless you all, and have a productive day ahead. will be our guest on the level table. The other photograph will be our guest on the level table. Let's have it here. Please, as you are stepping out, don't forget the anniversary t-shirts. Just a bigger amount of 5,000 naira. Please, let's have a group photograph. Thank you, communication unit. Isaac Kukui and Islamia. All professors who are radio shows later. Let's have this one. Let's quickly have this picture. Okay. Alumnus of this department. Okay, the photographer is ready. Okay. They are set. Once again, congratulations to the Department of Chemical and Petroleum Engineering on this historic feat of 50